Home break-ins go up during the holidays and thieves are sneaky. They can crack a home's router, figure out the password, then get inside. How easy it is to break into your safe space in 90 seconds.
Black Friday early deals start now at Toys R Us. Get 40% off Mickey Roadster Garage and 50% off Nerf Rhino Fire with bonus pack. And get $40 off Nobby Barbie and Hot Wheels tablets. Check out ToysRUs.com each day for new deals. Toys R Us. Today we play.
At Hellmann's, we care about sourcing 100% of our oils responsibly. And we care about incredible taste. Because at Hellmann's, we're on the side of food.
Presenting the Shark Ion Flex 2X, the freestanding cord-free vacuum that can live anywhere because it has 2 rechargeable batteries. That means you can always be charging, even while you're cleaning. Welcome to hassle-free runtime with Shark.
Macy's Black Friday starts at 5 p.m. Thanksgiving with furniture, mattress, and rug super buys. Get our Astra sofa for only $499 or a Certipedic plush queen mattress for $136. Shop in-store or at Macy's.com.
Colbert sits down with Senator Elizabeth Warren. All new tonight.
Next Monday, Scorpion.
Rocks the light!
Rocks.
Walt Page, what's going on?
We're buried in a cave. We can't get out.
New Scorpion next Monday.
CBS this Thursday.
Look at this team. Look at us. We are the change that counts.
The new drama, SWAT, CBS Thursday.
You love your new home technology, but criminals look at it as a new way to hack into your house.
There's a cyber war going on, and it's no longer just targeted at big business.
More than a month after a cleaner's abruptly closed up shop, customers are now getting their clothes back.
We're just so lucky and glad that these cleaners have been opened again.
And North Carolina women are paying a matchmaking service thousands of dollars, but the matchmaker isn't delivering on its end of the bargain.
Thanksgiving just a few short days away. What's the travel forecast like for Wednesday and Thursday? WFMY News 2 at 11 starts right now.
It seems like every other day we're hearing about another hack at a big company or our favorite shopping spot.
But there's also a very real threat of your home being hacked.
2 Wants to Know's Ben Briscoe shows us how easy it is for criminals to break into your safe space.
Look at the blueprints and it's black and white. There's something in just about every room of your home connected to the internet. A DVD player in the living room, a smart refrigerator in the kitchen, even toys that talk back with kids using Wi-Fi.
We're going to have something in the neighborhood of 20 billion of these devices online by 2020.
Todd Beersley is a tech security researcher with Rapid7. He says gadgets that send out information on the internet can also let hackers into your home. For example, a New York City couple was horrified to hear a man talking to their 3-year-old through a web-connected baby monitor. Listen to the creepiness they recorded.
Wake up, little boy, daddy's coming for you.
You heard right. It said, "Wake up, little boy, daddy's coming for you." And it only gets scarier. Beardsley says if hackers can break into any of these electronics, then they have access to your whole home system, including your computer and even phone. Meaning they can learn a lot about you to steal your money and identity.
First name, last name, zip code, date of birth. Now I have a pretty good data set that I can either use directly for crime or I can sell.
Watch how easy it is. We enlisted the help of an ethical hacker with Emergent Networks to simulate how an attack can occur. He worked from a van outside a volunteer's house.
There it is plain as day.
and discovered the home's router had a password easy to crack.
I can now join his network and start looking for further juicy targets.
Like the electronic lock on the front door.
I can pop the lock open within about 10 seconds, can just click a button. And if we wanted to do the garage, we could do that.
It's called war driving. People go around looking for insecure wireless. We're over here.
Jake DeWolfskin is also with Emergent Networks. He says hackers usually target big companies, not homes. But he fears it won't be for long as home automation becomes more popular.
There's a cyber war going on, and it's no longer just targeted at big business.
So experts say the best way to protect yourself is to have a complex password, and here's what they say makes a good password for a home appliance. You want at least one capital letter, one lowercase, one number, and one symbol. But don't always put the capital letter first and the symbol last. You want to mix these things up and make it really hard to guess. Now you're also going to have to replace this password every so often. They say the best time to do it is whenever you change the battery in your smoke alarm.
The Rockingham County School District will close 2 of its schools. School board members tell us Draper Elementary and Dillard Elementary will shut down. The closures will take effect next school year. New Vision School of Science, Math, and Technology, a year-round school, will then move into the Dillard Elementary building. Current Dillard students could stay there if they switch from a traditional calendar to year-round. The school board will decide where impacted students will go in the next few months.
A burglary suspect now faces murder charges in Greensboro. Police responded to a break-in call around 5 o'clock this morning on Seminole Street. People inside the house said a man broke in, then took off when they confronted him. Police later arrested the suspect, Jacob Stowe, but they also found the body of Jamison Horvath in a neighboring yard. Police say Stowe and Horvath were actually working together, but got into an argument in Stowe's truck. They say Horvath got out, then Stowe backed into him, causing the injuries that led to his death. Stowe is now charged with murder in addition to breaking and entering and DWI.
Relief for customers in Winston-Salem tonight after their dry cleaner abruptly shut down last month. Today, the Attorney General's office opened Rodham Cleaners. The Department of Revenue closed it down for unpaid back taxes, but the owner never told customers. Well, today, dozens of people showed up to get their belongings.
These are my husband's shirts, and he's very happy to get them back.
The Attorney General's office says it'll open the store again tomorrow between 1 and 6 p.m. so more customers can pick up their clothes. As we get closer to Thanksgiving, know that the State Department of Transportation wants to make your holiday travel easier. It's suspending most road and lane closures on major highways starting at 6 tomorrow morning. The suspension will last until next Monday. And Tim, the weather shouldn't be an issue for people hitting the road later this week.
You know, Chad, there's always a little bit of concern. You go into Thanksgiving week, everybody has somewhere to go, whether it's a short drive or a long flight. You want to make sure you can get to where you need to go without a big delay. And I think this week is shaping up to be pretty good, not just for us here at home, but also up and down the East Coast. So I'll show you what I'm tracking. Here's the time frame. Wednesday morning, there will be a storm system off the Carolina coast, but that's the key. It'll be off the Carolina coast. Doesn't have a good chance to really get going. So watch here on Wednesday, pretty much the whole East Coast is high and dry. Now, that's a cold front that moves in. So by Thanksgiving itself, it's getting pretty chilly. We'll have temperatures in the 40s during the day, but it's dry. So you're going to have dry pavement all the way from New England down into the deep south, Louisiana, Texas included, all the way up to the Great Lakes. I think Turkey Day itself is dry, just chilly. So I can give the green light for travel on Wednesday. Also for Thursday. Now heading into Black Friday itself, a little bit of a storm system might start to kick up some rain and perhaps even some snow showers. That's only for the Great Lakes. Here in the Carolinas, we're still shaping up for some dry weather, and that's good news for you if you're trying to kind of make your way to Grandma's house. We'll have a closer look at what I'm expecting to be another big cool down coming up.
Less than 2 weeks until a big undertaking begins in High Point.
The demolition of old buildings will begin December 1st. It's the first of many steps to make room for a downtown baseball stadium.
This is many months in the making, with a lot of big players investing time and money to bring a boost to downtown and the local economy.
WFMY News 2's Alma McCarty is looking at how we got here and what's next.
Well, we need to go back to March 2016. That's when City Council approved a downtown catalyst project, something that would create 500 jobs at dozens of shops, restaurants, and places to live, all nestled around a central gathering space. From there, it's really taken off.
This is what developers dreamed up and shared with the city more than a year later in April 2017, a multi-use stadium, making it a year-round attraction. Then 2 months later, this past June, the city picked Samet Corporation as the design team. It's the same company behind BB&T Ballpark in Winston-Salem and First National Bank Field in Greensboro. In September, High Point University President Nito Cobain said private donors would contribute up to $50 million to build up around the ballpark. That same day, the chairman of the Atlantic League announced the Bridgeport Bluefish out of Connecticut would move to High Point under a different name. Around the same time, Guilford County commissioners considered adding county money to help pay for the $35 million price tag, but have yet to make a decision. That prompted the city to take on a bigger chunk of the bill at 40%.
We've still got a little ways to go, but this is a really, really important step.
Then this week, City Council finalized some details to get the project going.
Part of the discussion today was ensuring that we had the authorization to get the funds that we need to move forward with the next steps in the process.
That brings us to next Friday, a big day for the city and all the people who've worked to transform this part of a downtown and begin a new chapter in downtown High Point.
The city still says construction should be done by opening day 2019.
New at 11, paying to find love but not getting any results. Some North Carolina women say they paid thousands of dollars to hire what they thought was a local matchmaking service, only to be taken advantage of.
The service is actually a national chain of franchises with more than a dozen complaints against them in Charlotte alone.
Michelle Bowden with our sister station in Charlotte learned all the complaints sound very similar.
Leslie Dunham is a successful 50-year-old woman. She recently moved to Charlotte.
And working from home, it's, not easy to meet people.
She didn't want to do online dating. She found this site for Charlotte matchmakers.
And they wouldn't tell me anything over the phone. They didn't want to go over any pricing or anything until I was in person.
In person, she says the staffer gave her a hard sell and convinced her to pay $8,000 for 12 dates.
She told me if I signed on the dotted line before leaving the office that she would throw in 2 more dates.
So they promised you 14 dates within a year?
Yeah, that's what she said, but it is not written in the contract.
She says she waited 3 months before they found her first date, a man 15 years older who she says misled her about what he did for a living and, oh, by the way, his divorce wasn't final.
I've only had 2 dates in the last year. Neither were compatible. One, they even referred to the guy as a creep and ugly, and he's no longer with the service.
We tried to talk to someone in person at the Fort Mill offices, but no one was there. An out-of-town spokesman for the company told us while they do criminal background checks, they rely on clients to be honest about everything else. But we also talked to this 50-year-old Charlotte teacher who wants to remain anonymous, who says one of the dates Charlotte matchmakers set her up on had a lengthy history of traffic stops, including a DUI that she only found out about after Googling.
He had more than 15 traffic violations in multiple states.
She says she paid $2,000 for the promise of 5 dates. A spokesman for the company admitted they have what they call, quote, variable pricing. We checked with the Better Business Bureau and found 13 complaints against the company and a B- rating.
All saying basically the same thing, that yes, I signed this contract and yes, that's what I agreed to do, but what they told me I was going to get, I'm not getting.
And the head of the Better Business Bureau also says he thinks there's a reason the dating service is set up over the state line.
This is like the 4th iteration of a dating company that's based themselves in Fort Mill and targets the Charlotte market. And the primary reason for that is that if they were based in North Carolina, they'd have to give people a 3-day right to cancel these contracts.
Dunham says in the year she was with the company, they only offered her 3 matches, none of which met her parameters.
No, at this rate, it would be 7 years to complete the 14 dates the way we're going now. And obviously, if anybody had told me that at the signing, I would have never signed up.
Both women say the lesson they learned, do your homework. They researched the service online only after they were frustrated with the company.
Oh, he's back. Number 88 returned to the field today down in Charlotte. Greg Olson's been sidelined since he broke his foot in the Week 2 game against the Bills. But Patrick, he was back on the field today and hopes to play again very soon.
Yeah, Chad, right now Olson's scheduled to play this Sunday, just 10 weeks after breaking his foot. Now, the All-Pro tight end says he's still got some work to do, but he's glad to be back out on the field.
But until you go out there and run around and move, just takes you a little bit to get your legs under you, get the rest of your body going. I feel good about my foot. Sometimes just getting the rest of your body, going again. So, but I feel good after one day.
Well, the Panthers are set to take on the Jets on the road this Sunday at 1 p.m. All right, hey, we got A&T football coming up in sports, so stick around.
A North Carolina family is getting their holiday wish granted. After more than a year in the hospital, formerly conjoined twins are now on their way home to Mooresville. Abby and Aaron Delaney have been at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. They were born 10 weeks premature, and the top of their heads were conjoined. After a miraculous surgery and recovery, the girls are headed home.
They've never lived outside hospital walls, and they're still happy. They're not afraid of people. It's just amazing to see that they're so brave through all of this.
The girls will need more surgeries, but doctors are optimistic about their futures.
Don't miss out on all the fun at WFMY News 2 Winterfest. You might have some extra time off this week, so get out and enjoy yourself at LeBauer Park. Tomorrow, Winterfest is open from 4 to 9 p.m. On Wednesday and Friday, it's open from 11 a.m. to 10 at night. And on Thanksgiving Day, Winterfest is open from 2 to 10.
You can also grab your skis, your board, and snow gear and hit the slopes at Cataloochee Ski Area in western North Carolina. It opened for the season today. There's about 12 to 14 inches of snow on the ground right now. 3 trails will be open tomorrow. It's also open for day skiing on Thanksgiving Day.
We want to give you an update on our outage situation here at WFMY News 2. We are working to restore the over-the-air signal after a major transmission line outage Thursday morning. Viewers who watch with an antenna and some non-metro cable companies dependent on that over-the-air signal are impacted. Out-of-state tech crews and tower climbers are on site working to fix that problem as quickly as possible. We do have a new antenna being trucked in right now from Maine. Installation will begin as soon as it arrives. Our apologies for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience. When we hear the word bacteria, you might think it's a bad thing. Get rid of it, the cleaner the better.
Doctors say this is actually a problem because there is good bacteria out there.
Yeah, the problem has been growing for decades with a big jump in chronic diseases like asthma and diabetes. Doctors say it's because we're killing off too many good bacteria that could protect us.
2 Ones to Know's Tahisha Moyes verifies if that's true.
Normally, we see germs as a threat, and as a society, we've become good at killing the ones that cause infections. Since the 1950s, the rate of infectious diseases plummeted, but during that same time, chronic diseases have skyrocketed. Is there a link? Are we so obsessed with killing germs that we're making ourselves sick? According to the National Institutes of Health, bacteria play a critical role in regulating immunity, metabolism, and other key functions. Dr. Eric Alm says not all bacteria are bad, but our need to kill germs is giving bad bacteria room to grow.
Bacteria are pretty exciting. They kind of make the world go around, and in some pretty important ways.
Through studies, scientists have found 3 things messing with our bodies: hand sanitizer, allergies, and antibiotics. A growing number of scientists believe there is a connection between the killing of germs and the rise in chronic diseases. Now, this is where the story takes a wild turn, but one scientist made to help find a cure to those chronic diseases. They're actually exploring healthy germs living in human waste. Samples are manipulated and filtered, stored in a deep freeze, and have been implanted in patients with a bacterial disease. Right now, this treatment is only being used for C. difficile. That's a deadly gastrointestinal infection where antibiotics don't always work. And now there are promising trials underway to treat obesity, ulcerative colitis, and even autism. Researchers are trying to isolate the individual bacteria that make this procedure successful and bottle into a medicine. So through our research, we can conclude that yes, we are so obsessed with being clean, we're making ourselves sick.
So for parents out there, doctors do say they should not try to overprotect their children.
Yeah, Julie, and sometimes, you know, we really need to give the kids a break. And I know sometimes parents won't really like this and they may not agree with me, but doctors say you should let your kids play in the dirt. Don't eat it, of course, and also let them play with pets and things like that because it builds up their immune system.
Right, so it makes them stronger. All right, for adults, what do we do? How do we deal with the germs?
Well, you could go out and play in the dirt if you want to.
But not eat it.
Right. But when you are eating, keep in mind you need to be eating vegetables and green vegetables, things like that. That's how adults build their immune systems up.
Gotta be healthy.
Yep.
Dehasia, thank you.
Tim, many people keeping their eye on the forecast later this week, and I know you are as well.
Yeah, Chad, and all systems go, to me, looking like very easy-going travel-wise, at least as far as the weather is concerned. No guarantees on what happens in the airports or on the roadways, but weather shouldn't be an issue or a complicating factor. Let me show you the main headlines, the main bullet points, just boiling down your Thanksgiving week forecast into 3 simple ideas. The first one, well, that's for tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. If you're looking for any chance of wet weather over the next 7 days, this is when it comes. A small rain chance tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. It's a really low chance, and that's the only one I see in our future right now. Dry travel weather, yes, that's a godsend, isn't it? Wednesday into Thanksgiving Day, we're really happy about that. Wanted to let you know, too, this is a little bit of an advance notice heading into Sunday and Monday. It does look to me like we get even colder than kind of where we've been. I think that will be 40s for highs, 20s for lows. We've had that, and sure enough, right now, Reedsville sitting at 29 degrees. That's a current temperature up in Rockingham County. It's 33 for you in Burlington, 30 in Siler City. I've got my jacket on at 38 degrees here in the Weather Garden, 33 in Lexington, 32 over in Statesville, and about 41 in Winston-Salem. It kind of cools unevenly on nights like this. Had some frost earlier this morning. This photo coming in from Brandy Moya, her son Antonio taking this photo over in Graham. You can see the big crystals of ice forming on the plants there. That's a possibility as we head into tomorrow morning as well. Very dry air. Our dew point is 27, and earlier today it was in the teens. So if you're suffering from dry, itchy skin, or maybe your lips are very chapped, that's the reason why bone dry air has been locked in, and that usually is what we see so often of in the winter colder seasons, and that's a sure thing right now. But there is hope, some moisture coming in our way heading into tomorrow. High pressure was in control, now it's gone tomorrow, so it'll bring in a southerly wind that'll increase our cloud cover. It'll also lead to that small rain chance that I talked about. So look at the timestamp on the top of your screen. This is Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Watch after that, maybe a stray shower in spots. Not a good chance, it's just a possibility as you're sleeping. Now, colder air tries to get in here. It won't happen on Wednesday. We'll still be fairly mild on Wednesday, but once that cold front pushes by, then we see the chill heading into Thanksgiving Day. It'll be a cool one with highs only in the 40s. Then Thanksgiving evening, bone dry as well and getting cold again. We'll have another slight warm up Friday into Saturday, and then that's the cold front that will eventually deliver that bigger, stronger push of the cold air heading into Sunday and Monday. Let's boil it down into your forecast, starting off with tomorrow, increasing cloud cover. We'll start out sunny, but we'll end up cloudy. That's my forecast. 57 for the high on your Tuesday. Hold me to it. There are increasing clouds and even a possibility of a stray shower tomorrow night. Now, heading into Wednesday, it's sunny. It's easy going. I hope you have some safe travel. Hopefully you don't have too far to go to get to where you got to get to have that turkey dinner on Thursday. 49 for the high. It's a chilly one, and then we'll warm it up again heading into Saturday, colder after that.
Well, sports is just around the corner. A&T's heading back to the HBCU National Championship. You know, offensive linemen, they don't always get the credit they deserve, but Brandon Parker's impact on the Aggies is very clear. Hear from Mr. Parker in his own words after the break.
News 2 at 11 Weather Garden, sponsored by Flo Lexus of Winston-Salem and Flo Lexus of Greensboro. Experience amazing.
I love you so much. We're gonna be best friends forever. We're gonna go everywhere together and see everything.
You know that GX is both of ours, right?
Don't listen to him. Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2018 ES350 for $319 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Celebrate the season during the winter event going on now at Flow Mazda of Greensboro. For a limited time, lease the 2018 Mazda 3 or the 2017 Mazda CX-5 for just $199 per month. Or drive the 2017 Mazda 6 for just $19,999. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance and the Flow Mazda Advantage. The Advantage includes complimentary NC State inspections, tire rotations, car washes, and so much more. Visit Flow Mazda of Greensboro today or shop online at flowmazdagreensboro.com.
Today, we're out here to test people's knowledge about type 2 diabetes. So you have type 2 diabetes?
Yes, I do.
True or false? Type 2 diabetes more than doubles your chance of dying from a cardiovascular event like a heart attack or a stroke.
That can't be true, can it?
Actually, it is true. And with heart disease, your risk is even higher. In fact, cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death for adults with type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But there is good news. Jardiance is the only type 2 diabetes pill with a life-saving cardiovascular benefit. Jardiance is proven to both significantly reduce the chance of dying from a cardiovascular event in adults who have type 2 diabetes and heart disease and lower your A1C.
That's good to know.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration. This may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, or lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, and trouble breathing. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis or an allergic reaction. Symptoms of an allergic reaction include rash, swelling, and difficulty breathing or swallowing. Do not take Jardiance if you are on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Other side effects are sudden kidney problems, genital yeast infections, increased bad cholesterol, and urinary tract infections, which may be serious. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you have any medical conditions.
Isn't it time to talk to your doctor about Jardiance?
Absolutely.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance and get to the heart of what matters.
The A&T Aggies have a Coach of the Year candidate. They've got 2 Offensive Player of the Year candidates and their 3rd MEAC championship in the past 4 seasons. But now they turn their attention to a national championship. A&T, this year's undefeated Aggies, are Celebration Bowl bound. They take on the winner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference in next month's HBCU National Championship. Now, the last time the Aggies made the trip to Atlanta, they beat Alcorn State in the 2015 Celebration Bowl, and they can't wait to go back.
It's a great feeling, actually, you know, and that's the thing you get sometimes when you try to build a program. We have the way we did and standing, and now you really don't get a chance to enjoy it until it gets here. So we're looking forward to it.
And it was a big weekend for Aggies offensive tackle Brandon Parker. Not only did he help his team win a conference title, but he also proposed to his now fiance at the game. Parker's got big future plans on and off the field, and I can tell you more about him, or I could let him tell you. This is Brandon Parker in his own words.
It's important. It's like we're like the people behind the scenes that make it click. So I mean, if one of us is off, then that's the difference between the 20-yard game and the 5-yard game. So it's really about being together as a unit and making sure we know our assignments. It's fun knowing you're that block that sprung them or that pancake behind the scenes that may have gone unnoticed by the fans. You know you did it, and you know that's the fact that opened that lane that he needed. So it's good. Walk you through from when we start the snap. Okay, so you're getting down your stance, you know who you got. Ball snap, you get there, get your hands on them, and instead of just getting your block and getting them in the way, you take them a little bit further and drive them into the dirt. It's just a great feeling. It is. Yeah. My O-line could tell you I'm always smiling on the field. Like, especially when I get a nice highlight block like that. Probably just the family and the brotherhood that we share here while we play at A&T. I've got one from Tony McCray and Tariq that it's not like that at the next level. It's more of a job, and while you may have some friends you make, it's not the same thing as suiting up and playing with your brothers. So I think I'll miss that the most.
Well, the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame welcomed 8 new members this weekend. Winston-Salem State legend Cleo Hill, retired NBA All-Star and former Demon Deacon Tim Duncan, and former Blue Devil Jay Williams were part of that group. Well, tonight, Williams' alma mater looked to stay undefeated on the season. #1 Duke hosted Furman, and it was a big night for the Blue Devils freshmen. Here's Marvin Bagley with the steal. He hits Trayvon Duval for the slam on the fast break. Later on, Bagley again, he's going to miss the floater, but goes up strong with a two-handed putback. Then how about Duvall with a nice crossover to get to the hoop, finishes with a beautiful finger roll. He had 18 in the game. And then he hits Bagley for the slam. Bagley finished with 24. Duke wins it 92-63. And UNCG was at home against Delaware tonight. The Spartans trailed by as many as 11 in the second half, but here comes Malik Massey with the floater plus the foul. Then James Dickey, the big man with a nice post move, gets the bucket to fall, and they weren't done yet. Francis Alonso, a huge night for him. The nice pump fake and the pull-up three-pointer. Alonso became the 23rd Spartan to top 1,000 career points and finished with a career-high 32. UNCG wins it 79-66. Well, this weekend, you can catch Team USA basketball right here in Greensboro. Former ACC stars Emil Jefferson and Kennedy Meeks will play a World Cup qualifier at the Coliseum's Fieldhouse this weekend, and they're ready to put on a show.
It's an honor. I've definitely worked hard towards something like this.
It's an amazing honor for me. This is my first time, playing for Team USA, and to be a part of this is so much bigger than me.
Well, Team USA hosts Mexico in that first round qualifier. That's Sunday at 5 p.m.
Toyotathon is on. Tis the season for great year-end savings.
Get 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash on a new reinvented 2018 Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Through the years, our main goal at Barrico, Carolina Fuels and Alamance Oil Company is to keep your family comfortable since 1924. We're here during winter with propane and fuel. We're here during spring to tune up your air conditioning. We're here during summer to keep your company running smoothly, inside and out. We're here during fall to keep you cozy. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Barrico does it all.
Barrico, always dependable.
Time's running out, and now is the time to save at American Furniture Warehouse. Don't wait, get it today. We've got the power. Power recline, power headrest, power footrest, power lumbar, power lift chairs, power everything. Get the very latest in bedding technology as we now carry Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Save on everything from bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, accessories, accent pieces, and more. When you see the elephant and giraffe, you know you're gonna save. Only at American Furniture Warehouse, 3900 Westgate City Boulevard in Greensboro. And as always, thank you.
Is this for me? No.
Happy?
Woo! Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2017 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Belk's Black Friday sale is almost here. Over 400 doorbusters starting Thursday at 4. We're giving away $1 million in gift cards with a $1,000 winner per store. Friday, there's another $1 million giveaway. You could win up to $250. Buy one, get two free Kim Rogers. Up to 60% off toys. $19.99 Rampage shoes. New Estee Lauder holiday gift sets. Plus earn $15 Belk bucks. Shop early online. Go home for the holidays with Belk.
With our 350 sub of the day, there's never been a better time to try something different. Every day of the week, get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50, all with no artificial flavors. The 350 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it better.
Toyotathon is on. That means great year-end savings on our most popular models, many with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Lease a 2018 Toyota Corolla LE for $179 a month for 36 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
What you gonna do with all that stuff?
All that stuff, it's quite enough.
Why you gotta be so tough? I really like all of my stuff. My stuff, my stuff. My stuff, my stuff, my stuff.
Clean it up. We got a place for all your stuff. Storing your stuff, it ain't that tough. From shelves to drawers and bunks to bins. At Rooms to Go Kids, everybody wins.
For the best selection of kids and teens furniture, shop at one of our convenient locations near you.
Rooms to Go Kids and Teens. Check it out.
Panthers Huddle with Coach Ron Rivera. Saturday nights at 11:35 p.m. on WFMY News 2, the official station of the Carolina Panthers.
I can almost taste the turkey now.
I need lotion.
Lotion.
Yeah.
Chapstick.
My hands are a little dry.
I think about food. You know what else some people had to do? They had to scrape the old windshield this morning.
I know.
See, most of us sleep kind of late because we're working now, right?
Yeah,
but
we
the
have
folks
odd
that got
hours.
up early, they had to scrape the windshield. That frost was
Turn
pretty
on that
heavy this
defrost
morning.
and let it go.
That's the PSA. Scrape the whole windshield. I see you with just a little circle there on the road sometimes.
It's the easy spot.
The whole thing.
I'm guilty
I was
of
late
doing
for
that.
work.
Just the little oval shape.
You might have to scrape again tomorrow morning. We're right around freezing. It's already below freezing in some areas. 57, that's not bad tomorrow afternoon, but the clouds build. It gets gray by the end of the day. Sunshine comes back Wednesday. Thursday is decent, but cold, 49. You got some food to warm me up, right?
Exactly. But the thing is, like, if there's no rain out there, people can drive to their destination safer.
Smooth
Hopefully.
sailing.
We'd like to see that.
Well, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Stay warm.
Founded 43 years ago by one man, now with a team larger than ever by his side. At John's Plumbing, Heating and Air, we're certified trained comfort specialists as well as plumbing experts and provide the best in water purification. Always there when you need us with a commitment to quality service at a fair price. We are John's Plumbing, Heating and Air and Dr. John's H2O, a family business. Call 24/7 or save $20 when you request service online at gojohns.com.
Now's the time to give the gift of tradition and save at Field & Stream, where you'll find great deals even before Black Friday. Like 25% off all regular price Hornady centerfire, big game, and slug ammo. Save on Remington Gun Club shot shells. And save $300 on the Field & Stream Sportsman Gun Safe. Get up to $50 in Field & Stream cash when you buy Yeti. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price somewhere else, we'll match it. Where traditions begin. Field & Stream.
It's time for the Subaru Share the Love event at Flo Subaru. And what better way to do that than in a new Subaru from Flo? With Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive, you'll be able to get wherever the road takes you. Lease the new 2018 Subaru Outback for just $239 a month for 36 months. Or right now, receive 0% financing for up to 63 months on select new models. Fall in love today at Flo Subaru in Winston-Salem and Burlington. We promise you'll leave with a smile.
Buy new name brand furniture and mattresses at clearance prices at Discount Furniture Superstore. Get this sofa and love seat for only $450. Recliners starting at just $169. Three-piece table package only $99. And all mattresses in the store are half off. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have a plan that will work for you. Find super savings throughout the store at Discount Furniture Superstore, South Holden Road in Greensboro, or online at dfsuperstore.com.
Tahitian